Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lords of the Night. With me, as always, your Lord of Punishment. Say hello, Scribe.
Hi, Scribe.
Your Lord of Pennies is here as well. Say hello, Satsu.
What up, though?
With Satsu is the lovely, squishy Lord of Penis Gun. What is it? Penis? Penis. Say hi, Squish.
Hi.
The Lord of Boomers is up here in the corner. Say hi, Bloodwing.
Hi, Bloodwing.
I am your Lord of Pain, the Ranting Monkey. If you don't know that, how the hell did you get here?
Is he really the Lord of Boomers?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
He is
You're
now.
going to be a Lord for a long time.
That's not a P word.
It is if you say it, Poomer.
A poomer? Is
Okay.
that like someone who pronounces puma, but they're like a hick?
Well,
Well, he's a hick.
Oh, okay.
there's cougars, so why not poomers?
Watch out for them damn poomers.
If they can add R to wash, we can make boomer a P word.
I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, go out there and wash your car for me. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to entertain you for the next 2 hours. Count them. 1, 2. If you can't count that high, how'd you get here? I'm glad y'all are here tonight. Scribbles, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing okay. It's been a very quiet day. I made the adventuresome trip outside for the first time in about 2 weeks to go to the grocery store early in the morning where there was practically nobody there. And I had my gloves on, I had my mask on, I got my stuff and got out of there.
Nice.
Yep.
And Satsu, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. Had a really good day with the baby and Squishy, and I played Resident Evil 3 and finished it up. And we'll be starting our hardcore playthrough pretty soon, which I am dreading because that game is fucking it's hard. So that'll be fun. Otherwise, just a good day. Nothing bad happened.
Cool. Squish, how are you?
I'm all right.
Bloodwing, how are you doing, my friend?
Doing pretty good. Just self-isolating like so many other people. Been spending the day playing House Flipper, which I'm playing for the first time.
How are you liking it?
I like it, and it's got some surprises in it. I actually bought a murder house and a haunted house, which I didn't know.
Oh, nice.
existed in this game. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got to a point where I got to that, but I had fun with it.
Yeah. It's strangely relaxing.
It is, yeah. There's several games out there like that, but let's see. I'm well. I'm not in much pain tonight, so we're gonna call that a win. And yeah, so Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies, video games. Hit that like button, guys, and please share the content of the folks on the stream as well as all of your favorite creators, because YouTube, well, they're a bunch of dicks and they don't share our stuff. So we have to count on you guys. How was that for a shill? Did I do good?
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Scribbles, do we have some news tonight?
How about a real quick one from the Obvious is Obvious department?
Oh, I like those.
So a tweet from the New York Times from 2 minutes ago. The coronavirus pandemic is not just impacting parents and pregnant people, but prospective parents forming families through surrogacy, foster care, and adoption as well.
What?
Yeah, so imagine this, guys. A global pandemic is affecting people.
That's odd. Are you sure?
No.
Regardless of their parental status. Can you imagine that?
No, I don't believe it because I just read that it's affecting Black people more. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's right. It's affecting us more. We are most affected by this pandemic.
Real quick, thank you. This is Kyle who says, hello, chat people, LotN and Bloodwing.
Yay.
Hello, bud.
But in regular news, And non-corona news, thank goodness, I guess. Trump fires intelligence community watchdog who told Congress about whistleblower complaint that led to impeachment. Follow that chain of evidence there. President Donald Trump on Friday fired Intelligence Community Inspector General Michael Atkinson, who had told Congress about the whistleblower complaint that led to Trump's impeachment. The president told Congress in a letter obtained by CNN. Atkinson will leave his job in 30 days, Trump told the House and Senate Intelligence Committees, and he has been placed on administrative leave effective immediately, according to a congressional source. Trump did not name a permanent successor. Quote, as is the case with regard to other positions where I, as president, have the power of appointment, it is vital that I have the fullest confidence in the appointees serving as inspectors general, Trump wrote. Quote, that is no longer the case with regard to this inspector general, unquote. The announcement that he's firing Atkinson late on a Friday night comes as the president is dealing with a worldwide pandemic from the novel coronavirus, which has consumed his presidency since the end of the impeachment trial only 2 months ago. Trump has faced widespread criticism for the federal government's response to the outbreak and has said the impeachment trial, quote, probably did, unquote, distract him from responding to the virus's outbreak during the trial in January and early February. Atkinson's firing is the latest case of the Trump administration removing officials who took part in the president's impeachment. Trump also removed Alexander Vindman, a then National Security Council official who had testified in the House's proceedings, along with Vindman's twin brother, both of whom were reassigned out of the NSC, and fired then U.S. Ambassador to the European Union, Gordon Sondland.
Real quick, this has gone way off screen. Thank you, Cryptic, who says, phew, I thought women was most affected. Thank you so much for the donation.
Well, women are the only parents that matter, we know.
That's right. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Manila Bob, that is incredibly generous. I don't even know what to say. Thank you, Manila Bob, who says, first time catching the show live. Stay safe, people. You as well, sir. Oh, man. Lady Gopher, thank you. Happy 60th birthday, big sis CJ. Please sing to her before she passes out. Well, CJ, from your little sister and all of us here at Lords of the Night, happy birthday. This one's for you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
She ain't gonna never pass out with this song.
Happy birthday to you.
Unless she faints.
Happy birthday, dear CJ.
Why would you do this to her?
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, CJ. I hope you had a great one. And thank you, Lady Gopher, for the donation.
I understand the passing out. I just had my 60th a couple of weeks ago. So,
hey, monkey, that karma circled around real fast, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see. So you want to hear the latest in the Georgia governor's stupidity?
Sure.
Mayor of Georgia coastal town assails governor's, quote, reckless mandate, unquote, to reopen the state's beaches. Because, first off, he didn't know that it was passed on asymptomatically. And now, let's open the beaches again.
sure, why
Well,
not?
in fairness to him, because I did go and read everything that was about this, he
Mhm.
wasn't wrong about the CDC. The CDC had up until March 30th had said that you could only pass on symptoms once you became symptomatic, and after that they changed it to 48 hours before symptoms show. But yeah, most people were like, "You still don't go out." Real quick,
Well,
thank you, Joe McLaughlin. It's my birthday too. Yeah, we'll sing to you in just a moment. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Scribe. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, well, okay, but we all knew and had been told prior that asymptomatic could pass it on. The WHO was talking about it. Everybody else was talking about it. So he was just had his head in the sand, was only paying attention to the CDC and nothing else.
Well, going by CDC guidelines, I mean, he was correct.
Yeah, but okay.
Like I said, in fairness, I'm just being to him because that was his excuse, was that he went by the CDC guideline, which if he was, then he's correct.
Well, then if he knows better now, why open up the beaches?
Well, the guy's an idiot. I'm not saying he's not an idiot. I'm just saying that he was correct
right.
in that instance.
All right.
Joel, it's your birthday. For you. Here we go. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
No more songs.
Happy birthday to you.
I need to turn my volume down. Jesus Christ.
Happy birthday, dear Joel.
And
Happy
Eagle.
birthday, Joe.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Joel. And Eagle's birthday as well. Oh my goodness. Everybody has birthdays today. April babies for the one, you guys. Eagle, this one's yours. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
I'm not doing this.
Happy birthday to you.
About to eat some Doritos. I ain't got time for this.
Happy birthday, dear Eagle.
They're nacho Doritos for anybody who cares.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Eagle. Happy birthday, Joel. I hope you both had great ones. I really, really do. What's creepy? How dare you, nuts? How dare you?
I couldn't tell if Scribe was doing a take on Marilyn Monroe singing Happy Birthday to Kennedy or...
That's exactly what he was doing there.
Tybee Island, one of Georgia's most popular vacation destinations, depends on beachgoers to keep the town's economy alive. But in an effort to curb the coronavirus, the city council voted to close the beaches on March 20th. The town went so far as to put up barricades and signs to keep beachgoers away. The town's good intentions were upended on Thursday when Governor Brian P. Kemp issued a statewide shelter-in-place executive order which supersedes all local orders relating to coronavirus and also opened up the state's beaches.
Okay.
The governor put Tybee Island back in the beach business, whether the town liked it or not. Tybee Island Mayor Shirley Sessions fired back on Saturday, issuing a statement saying she and the town council don't want the beaches reopened now. Quote, as the Pentagon ordered 100,000 body bags to store the corpses of Americans killed by the coronavirus, Governor Brian Kemp dictated that Georgia beaches must reopen and declared any decision makers who refused to follow these orders would face prison and or fines, Sessions' statement read.
What?
Quote, Tybee City Council and I are devastated by the sudden directives and do not support his decisions. The health of our residents, staff, and visitors are being put at risk, and we will pursue legal avenues to overturn his reckless mandate, unquote. Kemp's office did not immediately respond to a request from CNN asking for comment on Sessions' statements. However, Kemp posted photographs of Georgia beaches and lakes on his official Twitter account today, saying, quote, photos from Tybee Island. Reports no issues as they patrol the beach and surrounding areas. Beachgoers are mostly locals and complying with social distancing orders. We will continue to monitor conditions, unquote.
Real quick, Elise Norn, thank you so much. Watching WrestleMania COVID-19 edition. The room is tiny with no one, and the commenters are talking to no one and is awkward. Secondly, damn it, Kemp. And thank you, Mike Downey, who says, Satsu in Happy Birthday song is my spirit animal. Happy birthday, all. So he's forcing the beaches open, even though the towns that they're in don't want them open.
At least in this particular instance, yes.
Well, the one thing that I was thinking is this normally wouldn't be an issue. Like, even if it did, it'd be like, so what? If the people weren't stupid enough to go. But because people are dumb enough to be like, oh, the beaches are open, let's go to the beach, even though this thing is trying to kill us. It wouldn't be a problem. Like, we wouldn't really have an issue. And that's why people's like, oh, Trump's killing America. I'm like, no, you fucking morons who keep leaving your house for reasons you don't need to. You're doing it. Like, Trump is not making people who leave their house leave their house. Trump is not making people who lie about having it lie about having it. It's you people. It wouldn't matter
And-
what Trump did if all of you stayed in the fucking house.
And I don't disagree with you there, honestly, but this seems like to me, this is as bad as the governor saying you have to close that. If the town decided they don't want a bunch of sick people running around, that's the town's decision, in my opinion.
Yep.
This shit is getting weird, y'all.
Very much so.
Also, the penalty of jail time if you don't comply.
Yeah. What the fuck is that? And
Is he gonna jail people for not going to the beach? You
It's
get
in
out
the
here
state-
and have fun.
yeah, you better get your ass out there.
I mean, a shelter-in-place executive order that involves opening the beaches.
Yeah.
I think Brian Kemp needs to be voted out next time he's up. Just saying.
This is the guy who barely beat Abrams.
Yeah.
All right.
The last
Good
story
luck to
I have-
Georgia.
Oh, can
I
you hear me?
say good luck to those people down in Georgia.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
You keep talking over me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Am I cutting out?
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I don't know. I've only got one story elsewise because I'm not really dwelling on Corona any more than I have to. And this seemed like it might be interesting. Maybe Joe Biden says he informed Bernie Sanders he will begin the VP vetting process.
So?
Yeah, I know. I was like, okay. The shrug in my head has me curious as to why this is a story.
Well, why would he inform his opponent?
Unless he's like trying to pressure Bernie to drop out, I guess.
I guess. Okay. Yeah, let's see what they say then.
Democratic presidential frontrunner Joe Biden says he has informed his Democratic rival for the nomination, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, that he is beginning the process of vetting potential vice presidential running mates. Quote, I'm in the process, and I've actually had this discussion with Bernie because he's a friend. We're competitors. He's a friend, unquote, the former vice president told donors during a virtual fundraiser on Friday. Biden, who currently holds a sizable delegate lead over Sanders in the nomination fight, said he doesn't want the Vermont senator to, quote, think I'm being presumptuous, unquote. Quote, but you have to start now deciding who you're going to have background checks done on as vice presidential candidates, and it takes time, unquote, he added. Okay, why does Sanders need to know that?
Right.
Unless you're considering Bernie for VP.
Maybe that's what it is.
That'd be bizarre.
That would be funny.
Biden acknowledged that there's more time to select a running mate since the Democratic National Convention was pushed back to the week of August 17th due to the coronavirus pandemic. But the Biden campaign plans to announce a committee, quote, sometime in the middle of the month, unquote, to oversee the vice presidential nominating process. Biden committed to choosing a woman, oh, no Bernie, to be his running mate and has previously expressed openness to tapping one of his former 2020 He wants to tap his former 2020 rivals like Senator Kamala Harris and Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar. He wants to tap that ad? All right.
Can he get in trouble for that?
I don't know. I mean, maybe that's how vice presidents and presidents seal the deal in Biden's world.
Could be.
He's also said Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer is on his short list.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh. Well, what do you think about that, monkey?
Please take the fucking moronic bitch.
Okay. Though she's seemingly already taken herself out of the running. She did? They don't say why. Okay. He reiterated again Friday that he believes, quote, it's critically important that the vice president be a woman with the experience and background to do the job.
So he can snip her hair.
Okay, real quick. Nobody ever has had the experience to be president. Because that's a job unlike any other.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to say that they have government experience, okay. But I'm tired of hearing that. You have to have the experience. Shut up. Cryptic, thank you. Please pick Pocahontas. I'll die laughing. No, well, that would be funny.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of personally invested here in him picking Whitmer because we get that bitch out of my state.
And besides which, the experience and background means nothing. First and foremost, it's woman. You're not there because of your experience and your background. You're there first and foremost because you're a woman. That's it.
All right.
I mean, you'll never know if it was your experience or background because, well, you have the correct genitals, and that's it. So. Anyway, not much else to the story than that. So I'm still bewildered. Why bother telling Bernie that you're doing that?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, unless either Biden had another senior moment, or it's some kind of weird signaling to Bernie, "Hey, you really need to drop out because we're already into this," or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you can announce that you're doing it, but specifically doing it to Bernie, other than to be like, "Yeah, you need to fuck off." There's no reason to do that because as soon as he announces it's going to be in the press, we're vetting people. And like you said, I understand there's a lot of people. We need a woman. We don't need a woman. You need the best person to do the job. And when you are specifying that you're going by genitals, you've already said you don't care if the best person gets it.
Yep.
Because all you're caring about is female.
Right. And that's not to say that the best person for the job can't be a woman.
Right.
But going in, you're already assuming that will absolutely be the case. You're eliminating half the fucking population. Maybe this is my prediction. He's going to go out on stage and he's going to say, I'm actually going to bring out and announce my vice president candidate, Bernita Sanders. And Bernie Sanders walks out with a wig on.
That's right. Burnett Sanders.
Bernadine Sanders is here tonight.
Bernadine Sanders.
Hey, real quick, thank you, Mr. Scott, for the donation over on Streamlabs. Sick balls, Chopper.
All right. Well, you said that's all you had, right, Scribbles?
That's all that jumped out at me, unless we want to go into, Corona elsewise.
Yeah.
I'm good with not going into Corona. It's why don't we hit up the hashtag, and if it pops up in there, then we'll do it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Does that work? All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, this is your time to send us stories that you want us to talk about. Hit us up at the hashtag MSS News over on the Twitter machine. We can't get to them all, but that's just because on my nights, I read them. Or try to.
And we have a guest, of course. So.
Indeed, and a guest. It's the guest's fault. Damn it, Bloodwing.
Ah, darn it. It's all us boomers' fault. You know that. It's all the boomers' fault.
It's because he told me to wash my clothes and I couldn't figure out how.
Wah, wah.
Oh, Frosted. First one comes from us from our chief corner correspondent, Frosted Glass. How social media feeds racism.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is from
Okay.
This is from Medium. It's his and her story.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what his and her story means. Let's see. After Facebook realized in 2012 that 83 million users on the social media site were fake users, they instituted the real name policy, weeding out what they considered fake names. Unfortunately, the policy failed to consider authenticating Native Americans whose names weren't considered to be real by Facebook's real name algorithm. That's actually funny. You can't possibly be named Running There. This caused several Native American Facebook users, as well as several other marginalized groups, to be suddenly locked out of their accounts, effectively shutting them out of the digital social circles. At the same time, Facebook's advertising algorithm allowed alt-right advertisers to sell their anti-Semitic paraphernalia on the site. And it wasn't until Facebook was notified by ProPublica that their engineers were able to identify the problem. Examples like these lead one to conclude that Racialization extends beyond the users of the website, who are often the focus of linguistic analysis by researchers like Bonilla and Rosa, who make a strong case for social media as a way for radicalizing groups to unmark themselves by using hashtags like hashtag if they gunned me down. What the fuck are we even talking about right now? They reference Ague, Auge, I don't know how to say that, and oh Jesus, fuck me, Bolstorff, to label social media as a non-place or a virtual world that allows those who are marginalized or feel displaced to connect with peers. Their social media's primary goal appears to be to connect users. One cannot forget that these large companies, once called social networks, have recently entered the business of mainstream media, a category in business that oftentimes either racializes or ethnicizes minorities. What? Bonilla and Rosa note how the spread of Trayvon Martin's hoodie-clad figure triggered a hashtag activism. The issue. Did you send me this because it's a bunch of word salad bullshit? Seriously, people on the show, does anybody know what's going on right now?
Nope.
No.
I have no fucking idea what I'm reading. The issue is not every Twitter account is equal, and though viral hashtag campaigns can serve to unite victimized individuals, large mainstream institutions own Twitter accounts as well. As of now, CNN has 38.8 million Twitter followers and 28.9 million Facebook followers. MSNBC currently has 1.95 million Twitter followers and around 2 million followers. Who cares? These numbers gain relevancy when 68 or 67% of Americans claim that they get news from social media, according to. I don't understand what this has to do with fuck all. And it's really long, and stay in the corner. You're not even in the corner for pissing me off this time. You pissed me off in a whole different way. I've read like 8 fucking paragraphs, and I have no idea what this is about. But apparently it feeds racism by having MSNBC and CNN on there. Gunsky, thank you so much for the sticker. And Mike Downey, thank you. Needs money for the cancer I just got. Yeah. Fuck them for that story. Oh, man. What is this? This one comes to us from Becca. I threw the link to that other one in the chat if anybody wants to try to read that shit. Search called off for Robert F. Kennedy's granddaughter and her son, both presumed dead after canoeing accident. Oh, that sucks. That's what is with the Kennedy family? A member of the Kennedy family and her young son are presumed dead after their canoe was found miles from where they were last seen, struggling in choppy Chesapeake Bay waters. The U.S. Coast Guard announced Friday evening the search would be suspended for Maeve Kennedy Townsend McKean, 40, and McKean's 8-year-old son, Gideon Joseph Kennedy McKean, after an extensive 26-hour search that covered more than 3,600 square miles of air, sea, and land. This was a difficult case, and even more difficult to make the decision to suspend the search. Yeah, well, that sucks. I hope against hope that they find him like on a beach somewhere. James Colley, thank you so much. I know Running Bear. He is a midget naturalist who loves running in the tall grass just to tickle his nuts. Fair enough. Yeah, that's sad. The whole Kennedy clan, they seem cursed, man.
Yeah, a lot of premature deaths in that family, that's for sure.
Yeah. Some by accident, some by bullet. Let's see. Shrouded Angel sent in a couple, and I'm just picking which one I want to read here. Okay, that one's kind of cute. We'll do this one. Gotta wait for it to open, guys. Sorry. Shitty internet. And it's still shitty. There we go. Michigan couple's wedding to be attended by cardboard guests. April 3rd, a Michigan couple whose wedding plans were thrown into chaos by the coronavirus pandemic said the pews will still be full during their ceremony, but the guests will be made of cardboard. Dan Stuglick and Amy Simonson, that's how you say that, said about 160 people had been due to attend their wedding this Saturday, and I can't say that. But the COVID-19 lockdown left them with a suddenly empty guest list. Thank you, Connor Johnson. So I've noticed that there are people who seem to advocate for gatekeeping the entertainment they enjoy, and that just doesn't sound right to me. How do you mean? Do you mean like people? Yeah, his name's Studlick. Sorry. Or Stug. It's a G. Stuglick. Do you mean like people who are, they don't want just random people watching, like, say, anime kind of shit? Or you're not nerdy enough to watch Star Trek or Star Wars kind of shit?
Yeah, well, I know why you're asking, because some people call like basic standard shit, like if somebody comes in and says, hey, you know, this show is fine and all, but everything about it should change to suit me, and they're like, no, and they're like, you're gatekeeping, and it's like, no, that's not what that is. Those are two different things. Gatekeeping is literally telling people that either they shouldn't be allowed to or they can't enjoy the thing that you like. It's like trying to block off access from said thing, which is not, you know, not allowing people to come in and change everything about the stuff you like. Those are two separate things. I don't know if there's a term for the other one, but it ain't gatekeeping. So I guess it depends on what they mean.
Fair enough. Let's see. Yeah, so they got a local company to help them make a bunch of 160 cutouts, and they're going to have that as their wedding guests instead. That's kind of interesting. It's a good way to solve the problem, I guess. She didn't want to be walking down the aisle with nobody in the pews. Just go to the courthouse. That's what I did.
Same here.
It was cheap too, man. Just lasted a while. This wasn't one of those Chinese weddings, man. This is American made. Next one comes to us from Three-Sided Coin. Florida brush fire destroys at least 100 cars at airport. Oh, damn.
Ouch.
There's still brush fires going on in the country? I thought all those got put out. Let's see. Smoke could be seen for up to 20 miles away. Florida had record heat and low rainfall in March. Every county in the state is at either moderate or high risk for fires. Be careful out there then, guys. Don't be flicking your cigarette butts where they don't belong. A brush fire burned at least 100 cars in an airport in southwest Florida Friday, spewing plumes of black smoke that could be seen up to 20 miles away. Officials said the cause of the fire was unknown, but the blaze was likely fueled by dry conditions and record heat. The fire happened in an overflow parking lot area for rental cars. Why is a parking lot catching on fire? Oh, this isn't a parking lot. This is, I'm going to throw this into chat because there are pictures of this.
This is a field?
It's a field.
Well, in Florida, they just call that a barbecue.
Is now. You know what happened? Somebody parked there, and as they were getting out, they threw their cigarette butt into the grass. It's all dry and nasty, and they blew up everybody's cars.
Good Lord.
That would be my best guess, but I'm no fire expert. Some 59 wildfires were active across the state as of Saturday morning, and every county in the state was at either moderate or high risk. We read that in the top part. October through May is Florida's normal dry season, but this year is drier than usual due to low rainfall and record high temperatures. The Florida Fire Service said the fire was 95% contained Friday night, but crews would remain on the scene Saturday. Well, there you go. maybe don't park your cars in a big grassy field when there's a high fire warning. Throwing that out there.
Yeah.
This one comes to us from Jim Heelis. 1,000 bed USNS Mercy in Port of Los Angeles admits total of 15 patients so far. San Pedro, California, the U.S. Navy hospital ship Mercy has treated a total of 15 patients since it arrived in the Port of Los Angeles last Friday. That's according to the ship's commanding officer. The 1,000-bed hospital ship is treating patients with non-COVID-19 ailments in an effort to relieve the stress of LA area hospitals that are dealing with a rising number of novel coronavirus cases. You mean Chinese coronavirus? I'm assuming that's the one they mean now. Oh, they're telling me I'm roboting. I'm sorry. Nothing I can do about it. Just smile and pretend you can hear everything. Mercy's commanding officer, Captain John Rotruck, said Thursday in a call with reporters that there are currently 10 patients on the ship and 5 have been discharged. Rotruck said the patients are transferred after being referred to by hospitals through a county medical alert center, which the Mercy has been added to. It's really driven by demand from the local hospitals based on their current capacity. We're here in support of FEMA and the state of California, so we're ready to answer whatever that demand signal is. If that demand signal ramps up, we'll certainly be ready to accommodate that. Since the ship is not treating COVID patients, Rotruck said referring hospitals are screening and testing patients for the virus before someone can be transferred. The ship has treated a broad range of patients involved in traumatic incidents and those with gastrointestinal issues and heart and lung problems, he stated. Well, that's cool, but yeah, this was sarcastically posted originally by Ann Coulter. Says, so glad we can relieve those crowded hospitals. Maybe the people that are coming in have COVID. Just saying.
Could be.
Joel says it's your connection, folks. Monkey sounds fine here. Yeah, that's right. Fighting the argument in there about whether or not it's me. Get him. I wonder how the other ship is doing. Because you have the ship in New York. I wonder if that one is like overcrowded right now.
Who knows?
This one comes to us from Mashishu. If AMC folds, are we done going to the movies? In times of pandemic crisis and economic catastrophe, we look for words of encouragement. Here are 7 words wholly unqualified for that job. Default imminent with little prospect for recovery.
Ooh.
On April 2nd, Standard & Poor's global financial analyst downgraded the already discouraging credit rating for the world's largest movie theater chain, AMC Entertainment, to a CCC-, default imminent with little prospect for recovery, in other words. Does this hold true for moviegoing itself? When AMC's 11,000 screens in 15 countries worldwide reopened for business, along with the company's competitors Regal, Cinemark, and other currently shuttered venues, will millions of rattled customers return to moviegoing after months of movie staying? 2 weeks ago, AMC's entertainment CEO and president Adam Aron announced a chain-wide shutdown. It seems like an eternity ago, he said Friday at home in Kansas City. Aron is one of 600 AMC corporate employees furloughed on March 25th. Like everyone below him on the command chain, he's wondering when he'll get back to business. Well, guys, when all this is done, would you go back to the movies? Do you think movies are in trouble?
I haven't been going to the movies for a long time anyway, so probably not unless it's a Marvel movie.
I don't know.
I'm like Scribe. I haven't been to a theater in so long. I think the last movie I've seen was the Batman film with Heath Ledger. That's how long it's been.
Oh, wow.
Maybe if everybody who hasn't been has been really using some of the other stuff that's out there, it's just like, wow, everything is here. We pay $50 to go to the fucking movies. and it's all actually here. So I don't know.
Well, Chet, any of you who actually still go to the movies, give me a 1 if you think you'd be going back anytime sooner, or has this changed you? This is one of those have we changed as a country questions. Without everybody going to the movies and every weekend we get to see, which movie did the best that weekend. They're spending a lot of money making movies. And they have to recover that. And if the movie chains go down, does that change Hollywood itself?
Maybe.
I think it has to. They're connected pretty deeply. A good majority of the sales that a lot of movies make are in the theaters alone, or at least those are the numbers that we go by when we talk about how much money a movie has made.
I think to what Satsu said earlier, I think this may be just as much just a change in culture. I mean, just like we've seen drive-in theaters go out of style, and everybody's got what they want to watch right at their fingertips now. Why would go to the movies?
Yeah, and you also have the people or some of the movies that they're in movie theaters now, but you can rent it at your home.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that goes away if they're like, you know what, we're not doing that anymore because we have to get butts back in the seat. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the movie industry or just anything where there's venues that people go to. I think sporting events will be okay. People tend to go to those anyway. I mean, we've sat through strikes on those, whole years where they didn't play. And then the crowds come back. But I just don't know with movies. And if you have one of the major chains collapse, I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch. I mean, and also you have to remember that once this thing is over, you doing quotes, there's still going to be a lot of people who are like, I'm still staying away from largely populated areas. So
Drew sent in 2, and I'm actually going to read the story here in a second, but the other one he sent in is just a tweet from the Daily Wire. It says, reporter tells real Donald Trump, that's his name on Twitter, that Biden attacked him in a tweet. President Trump, quote, he didn't write that. He's probably not even watching right now. And if he is, he doesn't understand what he's watching. Fuck. Wow.
Say what you want, but the man knows how to troll.
There's a video I'm going to throw in the chat if you guys want to watch it. I can't do it right now, so we'll just let you guys see that if you want to. But the story he sent in is James Woods had actually tweeted it, and it's George Soros Group pushing Democrat scheme for mail-in voting. This comes from Breitbart, so take it as you will.
Mm-hmm.
Progressive organizations, many backed by billionaire activist George Soros. I'm not having a stroke, I promise.
It's not a tumor.
George Soros, motherfucker. George, billionaire activist George, are at the front lines of a campaign advocating for a vote-by-mail system in the upcoming presidential election, citing fears that the Chinese coronavirus pandemic makes it too dangerous to vote in person. President Donald Trump warned that voting by mail would hurt the Republican Party, lambasting Democratic proposals for more money in the coronavirus stimulus bill to fund absentee and vote-by-mail options. The things that they had in there were crazy, Trump said. They had levels of voting that if you ever agreed to it, you'd never have a Republican elected in this country again. Analysts have posited that such proposals help the Democratic Party. Republicans specifically fear the prospect of voter fraud, since mail-in voting would be much harder to authenticate. Soros's Open Society foundations have long sought to change the way Americans vote, also funding groups looking to expand the use of electronic and online voting systems nationwide. No, online voting scares me. I've seen too much shit online that gets hacked, gets easily. I don't think there's a real way to authenticate it and make sure that it's going to be safe. I would like there to be a way someday. I really would. But I just don't see it. And the mail-in thing, I'm with them. How hard is it to steal somebody's mail? Don't do that, by the way, guys. It's a federal offense. Don't steal people's mail. But it's not that hard. So Soros really wants to have mail-in voting. Fair enough. Oh, what is this? Oh, these people. This one comes to us from John Migda. Yeah, I meant to bring this story up the other night. Furry couple murdered man. Skinned pet dog to make fursuit. Yeah. A furry couple allegedly used Craigslist to lure their victim with promises of sex before brutally killing him, stealing his car, and had reportedly skinned dogs for their pelts in order to make their fursuits. Furry couple Tanya Dillard, 27, and David Berkovitz, 24, allegedly lured Hector Hernandez, 44, beating, stabbing, and shooting Hernandez to death before stealing his car at his Las Vegas home. Police were alerted to the murder after Dillard had sent a close friend a photo of Hernandez's battered body, which Dillard's friend then relayed to officials, according to 8 News Now. When police received the images, they dispatched officers to Hernandez's address, where they witnessed the couple leaving in the victim's Ford F-150. Officers conducted a traffic stop to detain the two suspects who fantasized about luring and killing a victim on Craigslist before fleeing to live in the woods together. Berkowitz admitted to shooting the victim 4 times, at least twice in the head area. He also admitted to stabbing Hernandez at least 25 times in the torso. After this, Berkowitz proceeded to beat the victim with a dumbbell set while Dillard held him down. Wait, after you shot him 4 times and stabbed him 25 times, she still had to hold him down? It's a bad motherfucker.
No kidding.
Berkowitz claimed that Hernandez tried to punch him, which prompted him to pull a handgun, which Dillard had reportedly bought from a pawn shop. Wow. Don't trust furries, man. They're crazy. They will shoot you.
And skin your dog.
Shot him 4 times, stabbed him 25, and then beat him to death with a dumbbell set. And 2 of those shots were in the head. Kyler says, you want an anti-furry crusade? This is how you get an anti-furry crusade. Indeed. Oh, no. This one comes from X43. Child rapist ordered release to keep him safe from coronavirus.
Oh.
A Massachusetts man convicted of repeatedly raping a 12-year-old boy was ordered released from jail Friday because he suffers from health conditions that can make him vulnerable to coronavirus, according to news reports.
Good, let him die.
Fuck that guy. Glenn Christie, 54, who uses a wheelchair, was ordered released from the Massachusetts Treatment Center by Superior Court Judge Heidi Breiger. One of the conditions is that Christie tests negative for COVID-19, the station reported. So only if he doesn't have the virus, if he doesn't have the virus, you'll let him out. Christie was convicted of child rape and indecent assault on a child under 14 and was being held for violating his probation conditions, according to the report. 2 inmates at the facility, including one of Christie's former roommates, have died of the virus, according to Christie's attorney. David Ragoviz began filing motions in Christie's case weeks ago, arguing that it is impossible to prevent the spread of COVID in jails and prisons, according to the local report. I wish I wasn't right, the lawyer told the station. This was a foreseeable disaster if anyone cared enough to start acting quickly. Are you for fucking real? Christie was on a 10-year probationary period after completing a prison term for the rapes, which occurred in the city of Lynn. He was sentenced to return to state prison for 1 to 2 years, which his lawyer challenged. That request was denied, but the Supreme Judicial Court ordered the judge to revisit it Wednesday in light of the pandemic.
Yeah, that's my response. I just don't know what to say. They need to dress him as a dog and send him to the last couple you read about.
Yeah. I don't look. I'm sorry. I don't think you should necessarily die for every offense that's committed. But if you're sentenced to jail, sorry, you go to jail. We're not letting you up. There's a pandemic. Well, get your ass in your cell and just stay in there. Quarantine yourself. How about that, motherfucker? They're releasing a pedo because he might get coronavirus.
How is he safer being out in public?
They didn't say.
I mean,
Other than
if your concern is that he might get the coronavirus, isn't he safer in lockdown like the rest of us in jail?
Well, they're making the argument that you can't stop the spread in jail.
Keep everybody in their cells.
I'm just telling you what these idiots said.
Where was this again?
Massachusetts, of course. Wasn't that where Dukakis let people out?
I think you're right.
Oh, good God. Wow. This one comes from Signal Boost. Tavern owner, load up, damn it. There we go. Well, partially. Tavern owner sets up virtual pub for town patrons, but welcomes more than 14,500 global customers. This ex-landlady who set up a virtual pub to keep people entertained during the novel coronavirus I love how nobody's using the China or the Wuhan anymore. Lockdowns has been forced to employ bar staff as a means of coping with her 1,400 and 500 online customers. Since 40-year-old Joe Botel launched the virtual pub Facebook page just over a week ago, she has been regularly hosting live music, quizzes, DJ sets, open mic, and comedy nights. She started the page in order to bring her local English community together. Now I'm talking like you, blood. After running the Knoll Arms in Melton Mulberry, Listonshire, for several. Why are all your names Shire, for fuck's sake? For several years. However, the group has become so popular, it has attracted members from as far away as Australia, the US, Canada, Spain, and Italy. The flood of visitors has forced the mum of two to enlist the help of international staff members to keep her customers entertained when she goes to bed. She currently has a team of 10 made up of bar staffers, that's in quotes, who talk to customers, and bouncers who moderate people allowed into the pub. Hundreds of people have been sharing selfies of them enjoying a triple from home as they tune in to watch DJ sets on Friday night or a comedy show on Sunday. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I hope she's found a way to monetize the shit out of that. I don't know if it says here. Does it say? This is a long ass article. Holy shit. Somebody else will have to read the rest of that. But yeah, that's awesome. Good for her. I threw the link in chat if you guys want to see the rest of it. That's from. Oh, that's the story from yesterday, but it was linked today. Tartan Rose, we read the one about the Venezuelan warship yesterday. This one comes to us from Jack the motherfucking Cochran. Vietnam protest, Beijing seeking a South China Sea boat. That is not what this... Oh, never mind. I see. Hanoi, April 4th. Vietnam has lodged an official protest with China following the sinking of a Vietnamese fishing boat it said had been rammed by a Chinese maritime surveillance vessel near islands in the disputed South China Sea. The Vietnamese fishing vessel with 8 fishermen on board was fishing near the Paracel Island on Thursday when it was rammed and sunk by the Chinese vessel. Vietnam's foreign ministry said in a statement posted on a government website on Saturday. All the fishermen were picked up by the Chinese vessel alive and were transferred to 2 other Vietnamese fishing vessels operating nearby, the Vietnamese Fisheries Society said in a statement posted to its website. The Chinese vessel committed an act that violated Vietnam's sovereignty over the Hong Sai Archipelago, I don't know how to say this shit, and threatened the lives and damaged the property and legitimate interests of Vietnamese fishermen, foreign ministry said. So, yeah, their Chinese boat rammed a fishing boat just to do it. China's not letting an emergency go to waste. Yeah. I don't understand why they rammed it. Chinese Coast Guard also said it made a solemn representation with the Vietnamese side. Oh, sorry. After making some dangerous maneuvers, the boat collided with a Chinese patrol vessel and sank, the Chinese Coast Guard said. Oh, so they're blaming the fishermen. You know those fishermen and their awesome ability to make hard turns with their fishing boats. And this should be our final one. I don't want to do that one. Does it have a story with it? Yeah, there we go. This comes from Daniel Georgie Suarez. You're Smith. You're Daniel Smith now because I can't pronounce any of that. Cryptic, thank you. My nephew is a fisherman. China is evil. I believe you in both counts. But thank you for the donation. Bill Withers, soulful singer of Ain't No Sunshine, dead at 81. Bill Withers, a soulful singer, best known for the 1970s hit '70s hits Lean on Me, Lovely Day, and Ain't No Sunshine, has died at age 81 from heart complications, his family said on Friday. Withers produced 9 albums, most of them written and recorded in the 1970s, starting with Just As I Am, which included Ain't No Sunshine, which won him the first of 3 Grammy Awards, according to his official website. His music career ebbed in the 1980s as he left, quote, the hype and the hoopla of the spotlight for a more private life, it said. A solitary man with a heart driven to connect to the world at large. With his poetry and music, he spoke honestly to people and connected them to each other. Rolling Stone magazine quoted the family as saying in a statement, I think. As private a life as he lived, close to intimate family and friends, his music forever belongs to the world. Well, there you go. Rest in peace, sir. I like all 3 of those songs they mentioned there.
Yeah.
Couldn't have told you who wrote them or sang them, but I like all 3.
Hey, Monkey.
Yeah.
Do you remember Roosh V?
Oh yeah, I know Roosh.
He's been streaming over on DLive for a while, and I clicked over on there because I was just like looking on DLive to see what was going on because I was going to change our stream to get ready. But his chat has been going. His video's paused, and I'm not watching it. But his chat has been going for a while. This shit is hilarious. These people are crazy. Is he like a very religious person? I don't know nothing about him.
I don't know if he's religious. I know he's he goes for the whole traditionalist thing.
Okay, because a lot of people in his chat are. These people are like arguing back and forth on just exactly how gracious God is. I'm just like, yo, these people are losing it in here. It's weird. I wasn't really paying attention to it, and then I glanced over, and I'm like, all right. I don't even know what he's talking about.
Thank you, Mike Downey, who says commies making fishermen buy bigger boats. And Cryptic, thank you. Bill is with his wife. Too soon. Did his wife die recently? I have no idea.
I don't know.
And Pete points out in chat, and fuck, man, my brain's like, I'm not speaking anymore. Roosh, if you do her in the butt, you're gay. V. Yeah, he's the one that told us if you have anal sex with a woman, you're gay.
Yeah. Didn't he make a name for himself by being a so-called dating expert?
He does that too. He does some pickup artist crap.
Yeah,
he teaches you how to be a man so that women will want you. Which is apparently by telling them they have to wear 1950s dresses and stay in the kitchen and have long hair, kind of shit. Because bitches like it when you tell them how to dress. All right, with that, guys, we're moving on to YouTube time. And Satsu, what you did?
I streamed Resident Evil and finally finished it today.
Cool.
I say finally, like it's been longer than 2 days. One thing I did notice though is there's a point system they added in this game now, and you get points for completing challenges, killing zombies, and all that good stuff. And you can buy items that go directly into your game. Some of those items are key items, like within the story, that you can just buy early to let you progress faster. Some of them are like coins that you can put in your inventory and just keep them in there, and they do certain things. One of them restores your health over time. One of them makes you have higher defense. The other one's higher attack. You can buy weapons and all kinds of shit. I was like, holy fuck, that's actually pretty cool. And of course you can buy the infinite ammo, rocket launchers, and machine guns and that good shit, whatever. It's got a little bit of replay value in that aspect. I don't know if a lot of people care about that stuff.
I'm so curious. On a game you beat in 2 days, why do you need some instant win? You said there's items you can buy that are necessary. It only took you 2 days.
Well, I played on standard difficulty. There's 2 more difficulties after that. There's Nightmare and then there's Inferno, and they're incredibly hard. So I guess they help for that. Like if you want to beat the game on the harder difficulties, you can unlock those things to help out. Or if you know there's a part that's particularly difficult and you want to buy a key item to maybe bypass that, something like that. That's probably why. But the difficulty I played on was tough-ish. Like it wasn't super hard, but it gave me enough of a challenge to where I was okay with it. But I hear Nightmare mode and Inferno are just fucking asinine. Like most of the zombies run. Like they don't just walk or shuffle towards you. They literally break off into a sprint at you, and they lunge twice. So you have to dodge them 2 times. Like if you get the one dodge off, great. But you better get that second one off too, or you one bite puts you automatically in danger. Like it's fucking hard. I don't plan on doing anything beyond hardcore because I don't hate myself that much.
Real quick, thank you, Snubbirth, who says, Satsu, you play Resistance yet? Who asks, Satsu, have you played Resistance yet? How
the fuck do you access it? I have no idea how to. Do you have to download it separately or something? Because I was looking for it, but I'm like, it must not be built in to 3 because I don't know where the fuck it is. So maybe I need to go check that out.
All right. Is that all you had for the YouTubes?
We got a stream after this.
We do indeed.
Playing 7 Days to Die. So check us out. And we're giving away another copy of Grand Theft Auto 3. Resident Evil 3. Courtesy of Cryptic. So come and hang out.
Speaking of Cryptic, thank you, who says Satsu hates himself that much.
I do not. I most certainly do not.
He doesn't hate himself. He's just down on himself, which he's gotten much, much better about.
Well, I have a lifetime of evidence that that says I should be.
Excuse me. Scribbles, what you been up to?
I did a TED Excellence today. It was a relatively brief one because the presentation was just about 7 minutes long or something, where a obviously spoiled rich girl tells the rest of us about how privilege is bad for us.
Oh.
That's about as concise a summary as I can give you. Watching it was a bit painful, like most TEDx's are, but I have a pretty high tolerance at this point. Other than that, tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, I'll be over on Irate Prostate's channel for an interview, which should be interesting. And that's all I got.
Alrighty, Bloodwing, what you been up to on the YouTubes, my friend?
Well, I had my stream today, the Saturday edition of Redneck Radio at 2:30. Had that. Had Jen as my guest. And probably tomorrow, don't know what time yet, I'll do. I've had a couple, but I'm going to have another Bioshock remastered stream. Just the old man dying over and over to Big Daddies.
All right. Let's see. We did the game stream last night. That went very well. And then immediately jumped into a monkey in the morning so I could get some sleep. And it was a good one. Pete joined me last night. And just lots of ranting and raving, and a great argument on which is better, the American right way or the metric system. So check that out. There may have been a little bit of objectification of women in there as well, but it's okay. I identify as somebody who has their permission to do that. Throwing that out there. Which moves us on to Humpatry. Satsu, you got any?
Hold on. Did you guys see the video of Aaliyah that I posted today?
I did not.
Squishy
What was she eating anyway?
Squishy had that I forgot what it's called. It's like the little thing that you get where there's like a sucker on one end and on the other end there's like sour candy or whatever that you put on it. I forgot what those things are called, but it was just like the liquid or whatever. It's really sour, and she was eating that for some reason. I have no idea where she got it from, but she was like, "You think we should let her try it?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, this will be funny." Grab the camera, and it's sour for me. Squishy even she's like, "Oh man, that's really sour." She let Squeetus taste some, and she just sat there and was like, "Yeah, that was pretty delicious. Got any more?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" Our kid is a gangster. She was unfazed. I was like, "Holy crap!" So yeah, we didn't get one of those cute, give a kid something sour videos, and you're like, "Oh my god!" No, she was just like, "Is that it?" All right, my baby's a gangster.
That all you got?
I know. I was shocked. I'm like, man, she didn't even respond. Like there was no response at all. Like he did not faze her at all. I did see over on Facebook somebody put up a post of I think it was like key things missing from mainstream porn, and let me see if I can find the list here because it was rather entertaining. One of them in particular, you'll see. So they had laughter. Real earthy orgasms. I don't know what the fuck that means. Struggling to take your pants off.
Huh? Okay. Yeah, things that are not in porn. Gotcha.
Yeah. Lingerie marks. Water breaks. They said sweat, which is odd because there's plenty of that in porn, but I guess if you're only watching that fucking high production when they fucking cover them in makeup, so they
got them powdered down, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess there's no sweat in that porn. Peeing after sex.
That's not part of it.
I'm just reading them off.
That's
accidentally banging heads.
Well,
this one is kind of funny. Love. There's no love in porn. Somebody doesn't watch amateur porn.
No shit.
Lube. Once again, somebody does not watch amateur porn.
There's lube in porn. Pay attention.
Check this out. Erectile dysfunction.
Well, no. Why would that be in porn?
Shyness, communication, struggling to put on a condom, putting in the time for her pleasure and arousal. Yeah, that's in no porn at all.
Yeah, there's never somebody going down on her.
Pubes. That is also not found in porn at all.
Depends on the porn you're watching.
I
Dear
know.
God. What moron wrote this?
I don't know. Falling off the bed. That's in blooper porn. If you ever watch that, yes, blooper porn is a thing. Go watch it if you want to fucking laugh your ass off.
Don't watch blooper porn. That the hot tub scene is horrible.
Well, I don't know if that was a blooper. That was more of a just a disgusting.
That was a horrible blooper.
Wait, check this out. Arguments ending in you're not getting any.
Why would that be in porn?
Could you imagine turning on a porn video and watching two people get ready to do it, and then they break off into a huge fight and they say, fuck it, we're not having sex, and then the video stops. And last but not least, period sex, which once again,
why
you need to get out more.
I mean, you can find it out there. Sorry, almost everything on that list you can find out there, including I've seen water breaks on the Christian Science Monitor. IJ, thank you so much. Who says, "Hey, Monkey, what's up? Don't want to spoil your flow, but why do you think the lady that accused Creepy Joe is lying? Because her story doesn't make sense. If you go back to her original story, it said he touched her shoulder and ran his finger down her neck. And she says she didn't tell the rest of the story because she was accused of being a Russian bot. Well, she didn't get accused of being a Russian bot until after she told the story. So if she told the entire story at that time, she wouldn't have known that they were going to call her a Russian bot at that time.
Right.
So there's no reason for her to hold back and wait. 4 or 5 months to add in the other shit she's decided to say happened. And then if you listen to her actual story, it makes no sense, especially the end part where he points his finger at her and says, "You mean nothing to me." There's no reason for that given the story that she told. But anyway, I'm sorry, Satsu. You got anything else?
I don't think so. That was like the main thing that I saw that caught my attention. I thought it was pretty funny because I'm just like, dude, this list. The comment that I left on it though when I shared it was, I don't know if I'd want to meet a person who gets off on erectile dysfunction porn. Like,
what would that look like? That would be just that's as bad as the fight porn there.
It looks like disappointment.
You put in a porn and they start getting into it and she's like, "Fuck me." He's like, "I can't." And then you're done. And he goes and feels bad for himself.
Some chick who's chronicling all the dudes she fucked with. It's called the Flaccid Adventures or some shit. Oh yeah. Man. But that's it. That's all the fucking I had. Oh.
Alrighty. And Scribbles, you got anything?
Not much that I haven't already talked about or hasn't already been mentioned, honestly.
Alrighty. Bloodwing, you got any humpetry?
Well, this isn't recent, and I'm sure you guys talked about it when it happened, but Satsu, I'll never forgive you.
Oh.
Yeah, for putting that video on my Twitter timeline.
I don't even know what you talk about.
No. Mm-hmm. All I'll say is minstrel.
Look, I felt because I had to see it that I needed to share my pain.
Yeah, I'd say pain is what I felt when I watched it.
I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. I'm just like, this can't be. There's no way I'm seeing what I think I'm seeing. That bitch probably smelled like a bag of pennies. Ugh.
Got anything else? Bloodwing?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. All right. the first thing I logged on to today was Amy Siskin saying, Cuomo says New York ordered 17,000 ventilators from the federal government. Says the state was willing to pay. New York got 0 from our government. Simply unforgivable. Instead is getting 1,000 from China and 140 from the state of Oregon. Bless you at Oregon, Governor Brown. This is an amazing take because she doesn't understand what she heard.
Mhm.
Cuomo didn't say he ordered 17,000 from the federal government. He actually explains that to give you an idea of how much 17,000 is, the national stockpile only holds 10,000. So to think that he ordered 17,000 from something that only holds 10,000 is moronic to begin with. Thank you, Cryptic. So why does Blood got a problem with men strolling? Thank you for the donation. I'm really not sure. Yeah, what he meant was he had ordered them from companies and that those orders got canceled because orders going elsewhere. But no. The federal government told him no, he can't have those, even though he was willing to pay for it.
Real quick, thank you, Mr. Scott, for the donation. That makes perfect sense from No Sense Biden. I believe her story even more. I think that was more directed at you, Monkey.
What was it? I'm sorry.
That makes perfect sense from No Sense Biden. I believe her story even more.
It makes no sense. Stop it. You know better. The next thing I saw was the hashtag Fox News lied as people died trending. And Paul Joseph Watson put up a thing about it. It says, really? What about all the anti-Trump media outlets that said it was just the flu, bro, for weeks on end? And puts up there, let's see, this one is from, I don't know what that's from, U.S. News. This virus has killed more than the new coronavirus. It's called the flu. From Changing America. As coronavirus outbreak continues, flu threatens Americans. Don't worry about the coronavirus. Worry about the flu. That comes from BuzzFeed. The Washington Post. Get a grip, America. The flu is much bigger threat than coronavirus for now. CNN. A deadly virus is spreading from state to state and has infected 19 million Americans so far. It's influenza. Thank you, IJ. This is for a Scribe. This is for Scribe's dog's funeral. That poor puppy. Thank you, sir. That's very kind.
You mean these are all the same outlets that have been saying that Trump has been downplaying this exclusively by himself and nobody else has?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
NPR, amid coronavirus scare, U.S. counts thousands of flu deaths. Coronavirus is scary, but the flu is deadlier and more widespread. And that was from USA Today. And finally, the Los Angeles Times. For Americans, flu remains bigger threat than coronavirus. These are all headlines that they put out. But there's this idea that Fox News is the one out there spreading bad propaganda about how it was just the flu. It's Functional's birthday, is it? Where's Functional? Functional. It's your birthday, man? Why don't I see this? Oh, Functional. Tell me it's your birthday so I can sing again. I ain't sang in a little bit.
Yeah, it says it turned 40.
Damn, man, 40. Life's over. Welcome to the downside. And it lasts longer if you're lucky. Functional, my friend. This one's for you, sir. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Functional.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, dear Functional.
You ain't gonna be functional for long.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Functional. I hope you had a great one, my friend. I really, really do. See, what else do we have? Oh, thank you, Cryptic, who says, Happy birthday, you dirty Canadian. Thank you, sir.
He prefers snow Mexican. Thank you.
Indeed. Let's see. Alexis C. Madrigal, who is a writer, I believe it is. Yeah, staff writer for The Atlantic. He said today, I say this without hyperbole, one of the most important coronavirus-related things that Americans can do right now is subscribe to their area newspapers. I was subscribed to several and keep adding. We need every journalist we've got and more. And he specifically links pictures of the Los Angeles Times and the San Francisco Chronicle. Both of which are your standard. They're the same kind of paper that we were just reading about a moment ago. I'm not saying you shouldn't subscribe. If you're looking for actual news about your area, your local paper's probably good. It's probably your better bet. But I love the idea that in order to get the most information, you need to go to these press sources that have been wrong over and over and over again, have lied over and over and over again. Trump called it a hoax. Did he? Or did you guys just not pay attention to what he actually said? Those are headlines all across this so important press we have. Now, I'll say this. It should be one of the most important things right now. It should be. But, yeah. Huh. I'll save that one for a minute because I have a bit to say on that one. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says, I deal with a lot of violent threats, vitriol, etc. But I never get more hate aimed at me than when I address racial inequality or inequities. Sorry, let me get the right word. Inequities. If some people think racial disparities are as much of a myth as other issues I discuss, then why do I get so much more violent and angry on this topic? Or why do they get so much more? Mike Downey, thank you. Hashtag Twitter was a mistake. Fight me. Twitter's awesome. How dare you, sir? Go sit in the corner with Frosted. Miss Cortez, the reason you get a lot of shit when you talk about, and I'm using air quotes here, racial inequities is because you have a way of being a lying shitbag who calls everybody racist even when they're not. When you're going out there insulting people tend to get upset. And as I said to you in the tweet, stop being a bitch and see what your DMs look like. Maybe just try that. There's a dominatrix in New York who's in a financial bind because of the coronavirus. The only reason I paid attention to this story and actually retweeted it is because she's got all her Dom gear there. I think I can show this picture on screen here. I'll show you guys. Screen share. There we go. Now, she's got all her Dom stuff here and then a butt plug. Now, I realize that can be part of it for some people and all that, but I just thought, for a butt plug, that seemed like a weird thing to make sure you had on the bed for this. Because I don't feel like she dumped out a box and all this stuff happened to be there because it's laid out.
That's not exactly a small one either.
No, that's some pain coming for somebody. But she's having trouble, you guys, because you can't be a dominatrix through a screen, not with like beatings and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to dominate the husbands of other people's wives when they're locked in the house with them.
Yeah. The Washington Post said it took 70 days from initial notification for Trump to treat the coronavirus not as a distant threat or harmless flu strain, but as a lethal force poised to kill tens of thousands. That period now stands as critical time that was squandered. This is the Washington Post. And I say that because I want to go back for a moment and read you what the Washington Post said in this other thing. Get a grip, America. That the flu is a much bigger threat than corona for now.
When was that? I wish do they have them all dated?
It's not dated. I can't see the date on the article there. I would have to look it up. Let me see if I can. Get a grip. Whoops. Washington.
Teacher Spaces says, Bloodwing, that's a big one. Do we want to know? I wasn't always an old man, guys.
That article seems to have been published on February 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so still within that time frame.
Okay.
Yeah. About 60 days ago, actually. And then finally, this is the one that somebody named Sandpit Turtle put this out. It says, I can't believe this has to be done, but are rape jokes funny / acceptable? And she gave 4 choices. Yes, I'm a survivor. No, I'm a survivor. Yes, I'm not a survivor. Or no, I'm not a survivor. But the question is, are rape jokes funny / acceptable? Any joke can be funny. Anything can be funny.
Sure.
Are they funny to everybody? No. Are they acceptable to everybody? No. Does that mean they shouldn't be allowed to be said? Fuck no. Especially if you know it was supposed to be a joke. Which, come on, you know most of the time that they get their panties in a fucking wad over something like this. They know it was supposed to be a joke. That joke isn't funny. Oh, then go watch somebody else, you crazy bitch. Stop trying to cancel people over fucking jokes that you know were fucking jokes.
Well, we're not really talking about fucking jokes. We're talking about raping jokes. So.
That's still fucking, ain't it? I'm just saying.
I opted not to answer that question at all, just to play it safe.
I'm not
plausible deniability.
I'm not recommending the practice. I'm just saying. I'm with her. I can't believe that had to be done. It didn't have to be done. Judging by the answer, she gives a weird tweet later on. It says an hour in and looks like you're wrong, and clicks to somebody else. And this is when no, I'm not a survivor is trending or is the highest one, and no, I am a survivor was second highest. So I can only guess. I couldn't find their actual argument that led to this, but one, I don't like that she put funny and acceptable together, because funny is subjective. Funny is absolutely subjective. What I find funny, somebody else might not. Acceptable. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm about to say acceptable kind of is too, right?
Indeed, it is. But it depends on what you mean by acceptable. Acceptable as in, I don't like that, so I'm not going to watch it anymore. Okay. Acceptable as in, nobody should be allowed to say that? No. At least not here in America, because we got the free speech thing written into the Constitution. Why does the rest of the world fight for a First Amendment like ours? I don't understand you people.
Those people's head would explode if Andrew Dice Clay was a thing.
Oh, God. George Carlin already answered this question. Yes, anything can be funny. And he even brings it up. Rape jokes was his example. Said, imagine Elmer Fudd fucking or raping Porky Pig. Mike Downey, thank you. People call Miracle Whip acceptable. So, it's not just acceptable; it's preferred.
That's right.
I like both Miracle Whip and real mayonnaise.
Real mayonnaise is not good, man.
Oh man!
Oh shush!
It's
just not. It's
Get out of your mind.
But guys, it's your time. Questions, comments, concerns, throw them into the chat now, and we will do our best to get to them. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if I will do a monkey in the morning tonight. I am exceptionally tired. So we do have the game stream coming up right after this over on 2 Cents Plus. And after that, I might take my tired ass to bed, because I got up at 11 today and I have not had a nap at all. So not much sleep and tired boy. So we'll see what happens. Random American says, does that dominatrix use miracle whips? I don't know. As far as I know, they didn't talk about what kind of accessories she uses. They showed them, but they didn't really talk about them much. Cody Fry, thank you. Have some money because I'm late. And Miracle Whip is trash. You tasteless animal. How dare you? You're probably one of those people who doesn't think spray cheese is cheese.
I like it with peanut butter on sandwiches.
Miracle Whip?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
You weird redneck.
What kind of textural fucking monstrosity? Never mind.
Don't knock it till you try. I learned it from my mom, actually. So
that's 2 mistakes she made. No.
Touche.
Dangerous Spaces says, Lords of the Night, does this person not understand what porn is? It's like an action movie where they sit and talk the whole movie. That's not the point. Yeah, exactly. You don't want... Why would you have an argument that ends in no sex? That's not porn.
That's literally a Lifetime movie.
What are they doing it with their dick and pussy out the whole time? And she's like pulling the lips open every now and then and showing the camera as they argue? Because that would be as close as you could make that to porn. Mike Downey says, y'all like Miracle Whip. Can you suggest a new podcast? Yeah, it's called the Go Fuck Yourself podcast. Look it up. There probably is one.
Yeah, call the Go Fuck Yourself podcast.
Go Fuck Yourself podcast. Did you see or at least hear about the debate between Destiny and Ariel Scarcella? No, but I would love to see that. Was it on Destiny's channel?
Keever Dam asks, Jim Maxey, weren't you talking about whipping stuff on Bloodwing stream? Something about coffee? Yes, we were. She was talking about making a whipped cream using instant coffee.
Old Guy Gamer says, Miracle Whip is salad dressing. It says so right on the label. Spray cheese is cheese. It says so right on the can. How you like me now?
Well, I mean, that was the argument.
Yeah.
Ha. Thank you, Hazmat Sad Boy, who says, Lady Monk, babe, it's 8 p.m. It's time for you nip twist ranting monkey. Yes, babe. She's sleeping, so not tonight. If Atkinson is out, where does that leave Topeka and Santa Fe? Is Atkinson a city? In the middle of Kansas. Is Santa Fe? Where's Santa Fe? Texas?
New Mexico.
No. I don't know. I'm not Spanish. Attack Alpaca, thank you so much. I mowed the lawn for the first time today. Spring is starting to spring. Something to perhaps look forward to despite everything going on. Indeed. It was nice being outside yesterday for just a little while. It was cool. And of course, today it rained and it's supposed to be nasty all weekend because Michigan.
I just saw something really funny.
What's up?
Marvel had posted one of the greatest shots in modern cinema, and it's that shot, the clip right when everybody's rushing in. Like, you know, all three of the Iron Mans are flying toward, two of the Iron Mans, and Ant-Man's running in, Spider-Man's swinging in or whatever. And it was like, this is the greatest shot ever. And June, Shoe on Head said, Greg, what is Spider-Man swinging from? And he says, hope.
No, he's jumping. He's not swinging on anything. That's he's
like
leaping. Looks like he's leaping to me.
Let's see where we at here. How much y'all want to bet that porn article was written by a cat lady? Check Your Logic says, how can you like Miracle Whip and not like chocolate and mint together? Because I have good taste buds that work well. As for the cat lady thing, that sounds like it was written by somebody who wants to watch Lifetime movies. You said,
I'll show you the picture.
Do you have her picture?
Well, no, it was a drawing. All those things were listed on a drawing. They actually had a drawing representation of all the things that they listed off.
Well, in the argument part, did he have a boner?
Wait, what?
How else would that be porn? Unless there's like his dick is sticking out the whole time. God damn it, spray cheese is not cheese and whip is trash. I used to love you, monkey, no more. Look, it's not my fault that you weren't brought up right. Spray cheese maybe on celery. That's about the only way I can see it being used. Oh no, on crackers. You know the best way to do it? Just make a little tower on your finger. Right down.
Or just
right down the old
cut out
gullet.
the middle finger and spray it straight in your mouth.
See, I don't trust the can not to do that popping thing.
Well, that's part of the fun.
Ranting Monkey, that was a play on words from the song about the old railway, Atkinson, Topeka, and Santa Fe. Well, thank you for the donation. I'm not familiar with that at all. Mike Downey, thank you so much. $2. Let's get a pic of porn lady. What porn lady?
Oh, I think they were talking. No, it's not a picture of the person. It's just the drawings that they did to accompany all the stuff that they said was missing.
Did you know Remington Arms, based in New York State, just offered to build respirators, but Cuomo said no? Shocking. Wonder why. I mean, he's so worried about getting them, but no, I'm not going to take them from you. I'll take them from China.
He doesn't want to thank a gun manufacturer.
Yeah, exactly. Dangerous Spaces asks, this is pissing me off. They're holding January's Trump to the standard of today's Trump. What we know now is different to then. Yes. They talk about how it was brought up in a security memo back in early January, but they don't actually quote the memo. They don't tell us what it said. And if you go back and you look at these things, because they keep bringing this shit up, but if you actually go back and look, none of them are issuing dire warnings about the U.S. We heard, was it last week, some jackass was like, the CDC warned back in January about this. If you went and looked at the January CDC memo he talked about, it warned about this in China, that there's this thing happening in China. It didn't say fuck all about it coming over here. But yeah. Oh, Lords, did you hear that the head of Time's Up movement was hired by Biden before his accuser could go to them? Makes you think. I saw something about this. I don't think it matters much. Time's Up says they can't get into it because of it being a federal thing. I don't know if that's true. I don't know the laws around that. But look, she went after a Democrat. Of course, they weren't going to go. Not only a Democrat, the lead guy, the guy that's supposed to take it all for him. And it's been the presumed nominee the whole time for anybody who was actually paying attention. You had a couple of people who had a chance, but again, those were in your first two primaries where things are always weird. Where are we at? I'm sorry. Can I come out of the corner yet? Yeah, come on out, Mike. Red Dirt Runner asks, Satsu, if it hits the fan, would you bug out to Monkey or Sinatra?
Wait, what?
If it hits the fan, would you bug out to Monkeys or Sinatras?
If what hits the fan?
I'm not sure.
The world, the know, apocalypse, whatever.
Yeah.
Would I bug out?
Would
you go to Monkey's house or Sinatra's house?
Yeah. Would you retreat to one or the other?
Monkey is significantly farther, but I know he's not a racist. So I might have to take that trip.
It would also be probably safer here.
Yeah.
Stop by Sinatra's, grab his guns, and then come up here. You know, bring him with you. That's fine.
Do I got to bring his fish tanks?
Nah, they can stay. They'll be fine. Fish can survive the apocalypse. Matthew Hogue says, sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. If only. If only.
Mm-hmm.
maybe they're having the argument with their genitals. Now I'm imagining those lips actually talking. Dear Lords of the Night, I recently showed your stuff, mostly monkeys, to that bitch I hate, who now wants to have my babies and is locking me up till I say yes. Do you think this relationship can work? Yeah, I mean, give it a try, man.
Yeah.
Give it a try. Tap that ass like Biden wants to do to other women.
Oh my God.
Cryptic says, Streamlabs, old man. I believe that's directed at you, Blood.
I would think. Thank you, Cryptic. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Wonderful saying. Horrible way to find out you were adopted.
Wow. And thank you, Cryptic. Yeah. You don't want your adopted dad to say that to you.
Yeah, no.
Did you know? Oh, we already read that one. Bloodwing, isn't Miracle Whip with peanut butter so good? Try it with Reese's peanut butter spread. It's so good. There you go. Try.
It is. It is. It's good.
I bought Reese's peanut butter once. I didn't like it.
I'm more a fan of Jif or something like that.
Give me some Jif. I can maybe some Skippy, but yeah, Jif. Spray cheese is not cheese. It says artificial right on the can, but if you're just looking at the front of it, it says spray cheese. It says cheese right there.
Yeah.
It's clearly Trump's fault that Pelosi and de Blasio and other Dems told people to go out into large crowds, which led to corona spreading. There was a small blip on the Twitter radar yesterday where Eric Swalwell, he told people to stop wearing masks. I think it was back on February 4th. It's like, don't wear masks, people. And then he later apologized for it and blamed it on the Surgeon General. He said, I apologize for listening to the Surgeon General. Yeah. Words of the night. Is the glass half full or half empty?
Always half empty.
Mm-hmm.
It's just right.
Yeah. I'm neither a pessimist or
It's fine how it is. How about that?
Yeah. Just what I wanted.
I didn't see it, but I heard he went way soft on her and that she only decided to debate him after pussying out on Vosh. I wouldn't debate Vosh. Vosh is a jackass. He just starts yelling. Vosh is the new Tonka, man. All he does is scream it into the mic.
What happened to Tonka anyway?
He's still around. He still does a show occasionally on his channel.
Stuff, and there's still stuff surrounding him and the others. It ends up on my feed every once in a while. I try not to pay attention to it.
Every once in a while, yeah, it blows up. Did you hear about the ozone healing? Nope. Is it all better now that we're not using so much Aquanet? Okay. Y'all need to lay off Monkey. He thinks cereal is soup. Can we just all agree he's fucked in the head? Ouch. That's hurtful. Let's see. Just quit smoking because your taste buds will actually start to work properly. I've always eaten like this. Ha! How you like me now? Where are we at here? So no one got the Stand By Me reference earlier? No.
I guess not.
Scribe would have started singing.
Unless you're talking about the movie.
Well, all we got to do is say words that are in a song.
It doesn't always work like that. Because
Satsu?
most words are in a song somewhere.
No, okay, in specific order.
Oh, okay.
And Stand By Me is the specific order is in that song. I'm just throwing
I
it
must
out.
have missed it.
Ever have Miracle Whip on BLTs? Of course. Of course.
Yeah. Speaking of which, did I ever do that BLT video I was supposed to do?
I don't know.
Huh. I need to go look at that.
New York probably won't give them the certification to make them for other states. That could be too. Oh, Lords, would you try a tuna melt on an onion? I don't know how to say that word. Broche? IOCHE bun. A side of curly fries seasoned with Cajun spices and a glass of ice cold raspberry lemonade. Yes, I would try that.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that bread is, but I'd try it.
I don't know how I feel about isn't that like a toasted tuna sandwich?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
With
about all
cheese.
You've never had a tuna melt?
that. Oh,
Oh,
dude,
they're good.
try it. Take a tuna sandwich and put a slice of cheese on there, wrap it up in some aluminum foil, and stick it in the oven for about 20 minutes. There's other ways to do it, but you slow cook it, man. It's so good.
I don't like the idea of warm tuna.
Ain't you never had like tuna casserole?
I have, but I didn't enjoy it.
Oh, wow. When this is all over, who do you think will be left standing? Companies, countries, etc., and who will fail or fall? Oh man, I do think the movie industry is in a lot of trouble. They've spent so long making so many big budget movies, and that's what they have in the pipeline. And if you can't get people going back to movie theaters, that could be an issue. But otherwise, I don't know if anybody's going to actually fall over it.
I, for one, wouldn't be sad if GameStop couldn't come back. And they're like, "Yeah, we're fucked." I'd be like, "Oh man, that's unfortunate."
What's the best video game y'all have played on stream? Oh,
that's a tough one. We play a lot of games
together, apart, or both? Because the best game I played on stream is Red Dead 2. The best one we played together is 7 Days to Die. In my opinion.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know.
Cryptic says, since Bill Withers is dead, is Bill withered? Not yet. He just died. But thank you for the donation.
Yeah, probably 7 Days to Die for overall fun factor because it's the game we play the most. But I think it'd be a tie between Far Cry 5 and 7 Days to Die.
You know, Far Cry 5 was fun.
We had a fucking blast playing that. That was some good fucking times, dude. I felt like that was an actual thing we did together.
You know, you might be right on that one. Yeah, I need to change my answer to Far Cry 5. I forgot about that one.
Oh, man, that was so fun.
And New Dawn was okay, but it just felt so forced.
It wasn't the same.
Yeah, the amount of mayhem in that game was awesome. Yo, bugging out, son? Who? Oh, this goes back to the bugging out question for you. Okay, gotcha. Anyone else notice that there's a set of rules for us plebs and another set of rules entirely for elected officials? It has been that way for a long time. And yes, I've noticed. In addition to those Dems who said go out and do things, it was in response to Trump saying China bad. Their virtue signaling literally has gotten people killed. I don't want to blame anybody for getting people killed. My problem with what they're doing and saying now is that they're all trying to pretend that they weren't on the same bandwagon and that they all knew this back then. Go ahead.
Basically, everything they accuse Trump of, they have done. Every single one of them, almost every single outlet, everything, every single thing that they accuse Trump of, and they're doing it so hard because they know this. They know this is the case. But once again, like I said, the Dems and the people who are pushing this bullshit or whatever, they're in a very excellent position right now because it doesn't matter if they do anything wrong. They just say Trump did it, and everybody will be like, "Yeah, we hate that guy. He did it." And that's it. They can do anything and say anything they want, and they know that people will get amnesia as long as they blame it on Trump. So it works out for them. It works in their favor.
Cryptic, thank you. I once saw a bear raping an Eskimo, but I guess it was okay because he was Inuit. God damn you. Thank you for the donation. No, yeah, that's I don't want to say that they cost lives. Nobody knew exactly, and they were all saying stupid shit based on what we know now. So
And I wouldn't have a problem if we all acknowledge that everybody was fumbling around, or whatever. Instead of going with this narrative that we were saying and doing all the same shit, but we're just gonna say this one dude made it all up himself. Like if everybody was like, yeah, we all kind of fucked up, then I'd be like, okay, cool. But no, that guy did it. Even though we have footage, even though there's evidence everywhere, even though this is the internet, and nothing ever dies. We can still successfully pretend like a thing that is documented never happened.
Exactly. I'm with you on that. Just everybody come together. Look, we all fucked this up. We need to fix it now together. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, that was one that was a repeat there. Where we at? Monkey, what do you think about playing WoW during your streams with or without Satsu when the new expansion drops in a few months? Oh fuck. Well, one, if I did it by myself, I'm not sure if I could do it. To be able to both play online and stream, because what you guys see me play so far, it's games that are single player games that are not online, and my connection can handle that. I might be able to do it. And what would I think about it? Oh God, man, I don't know if I could get back into WoW. I tried, I really did, and it just wasn't the same. It's that you can't go back home. So I don't know. That'd be one I'd have to think real hard. Why are so many country singers dying recently? That guy wasn't a country singer.
No.
But I don't know. So other people can write sad country songs about him, I guess. Monkey, if you've always eaten like this, I guess you're just broken beyond repair. No, I was poor. I have eaten a mayonnaise sandwich before.
Oh, yeah.
On more than one occasion.
Ketchup sandwiches. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pickle sandwiches is one of my favorites. I still eat those, but that came out of being poor. It's like, what's in the fridge to put on this damn sandwich?
Yep.
Oh, Lords. Suede, felt, or paisley? Isn't paisley a design?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me some felt paisley. How about that? Or some paisley felt. There we go.
There you go.
How the fuck are so many YouTubers so goddamn illiterate?
Yeah, Monkey, why is that?
I'm not illiterate. I can read. Not being able to read out loud very well is not the same as not being able to read.
I am not illiterate. I have a 6th grade education.
Tack Alpaca asks, milk, skim 2% or whole? Whole. If it's not whole, it's not really milk. It's watered milk.
It depends on what the expiration dates are. I'm like, which one? This one? All right, I'm doing this one. Never 1% though. That is water. That is milk flavored water.
Yeah.
I will not tolerate that.
It's whole or nothing for me. I've tried that other shit, and they're like, it tastes the same. Like, you're fucking wrong. You're a goddamn liar.
No, it doesn't. But it depends on what I'm eating, on whether I try to keep both 2% and whole at the same time.
My cousin is a Pennsylvania nurse, and New York is offering nurses $10,000 a month with a minimum of 3 months. Thoughts? I'd take it. 30 grand in 3 months? Hell yeah.
What happened?
New York is offering nurses $20,000 a month with a minimum of 3 months.
Oh, damn.
I wonder when Michigan's going to start that, with our governor already begging people to come here.
Wait, 20,000 a month or 10,000?
Oh, sorry, 10,000 a month.
Okay, because I was like 20,000 a month. Holy Jesus!
Tuna melt is great. Just don't heat it up in an office microwave. Your coworkers will be pissed at you for the rest of the week. Man, you know what pissed me off when I worked in an office? These idiots who couldn't figure out how to not burn popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
Every fucking day.
Like, there's a button, dude. It literally says popcorn.
Nothing smells worse than burnt popcorn.
And you can't get rid of it. It just sticks around. Let's see. My tuna is always melted. going to the corner. Yes, bye, Paige.
Oh my God, monkey.
That was dirty, young lady. Yeah, go ahead.
Ew.
One time, my little cousin made a bag of popcorn and he put it in the microwave for 5 minutes. When we opened the microwave, a fucking mushroom cloud came out and started to fill the entire kitchen. And he took the bag out and tried to open it. Like he had like mittens on, like not mittens, but like oven
mitts. Yeah.
And tried to open it, and a fucking flame came out of that bitch when he opened it.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, holy shit. Dude, we spent like 3 hours trying to air out the house. My mom was pissed when she got home. Oh, dude.
Yeah, you can't get rid of that smell, man. Where are we at here? Peanut butter, Skittles, fresh banana slices on a Kaiser roll. And you have diabetes, huh, Hammer?
No idea why.
I can make that joke at him because I have it too.
Got the sugar beaters.
Got the sugar. I tried calling it that when they first told me I had diabetes, and then I realized everybody was around me was white, so they didn't get it. Because white people up here at least don't call it sugar. The sugar, they call it, diabetes. I grew up, around black people, and they were the only ones that had it because that's who gets it the most. And they all had it, and I got the sugar. I don't know why. I don't know why. Sora says, I love you playing Far Cry, but my favorite is still the parkour zombie game. Living Daylight.
Dying Light.
Dying Light.
Living Daylights.
I always call it the wrong thing. Yeah, Dying Light. I was just talking to my son.
James Bond too.
What's that?
I love James Bond. Living Daylights.
Yeah. I was just talking to my son about Dying Light the other day because I saw he had oh God. What's the other one that they made? That we played?
The Dead Island.
Dead Island. He has that on his PlayStation. I'm like, dude, have you played that? And he's like, I played a little bit of it. I wasn't really into it. I'm like, you got to finish. Just play through. Push through the beginning. Trust me.
Yeah.
It's like, and if you can get Dying Light, get it. It's awesome. Yeah, that one was a fun playthrough.
Monkey, we never played through the second one.
Mm-mm. We still haven't played Dead Island 2.
Yeah.
Do y'all think we should? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying maybe we will one day.
Yeah. Do y'all think we should bring back Tar and Feather for the extremist left and right? Maybe not Tar and Feather, but I wouldn't be opposed to. Whip them out Wednesday. What? That was a question.
Whip them out Wednesday?
I don't know. Jesus. Sorry,
I
guys.
feel like it on Tuesday, but I don't know about Wednesday.
I whip it out every day. It's just what I do.
It's
sorry.
I knew somebody was going to correct you.
What?
For saying Dead Island 2 instead of Riptide.
It's Dead Island 2.
It's not. But
it is.
It's not. It should be, considering it's a continuation of the story, but
it's the second Dead Island, right?
Yes.
There you go. I win. I beg to differ. Listen to you or Sinatra read is like masturbating with a cheese grater. Slightly amusing, but mostly painful.
Wait,
wow.
We need to explore the slightly amusing thing.
Yeah.
For whom? For you?
And how do you know it's slightly amusing? That sounds like experience.
That is some shit, dude. I don't know how you could find that any level of amusing.
Yeah, I see in the current over there that there's a couple of people upset about the whole Dead Island 2 thing. It's Dead Island 2. Suck it. That's New York. It's $35,000 a month after taxes, $350 after rent. I suppose so. Let's see. Yes, don't forget to come join us over on the 2 Cents Plus right after this, playing some more. I was going to say Dying Light. That's not what we're playing. 7 Days to Die. And chance to win Resident Evil 3, brought to you by Cryptic, you guys. Thank you so much for that, bud. If a news outlet won't show a Corona press briefing, should they get to attend the briefing to ask questions? Seems an obvious attempt to control the narrative. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to end on that, but I mean, each of you, I'd like your answer. Should they, if they refuse to show the briefing, should they be allowed to attend to ask questions? Scribbles.
Allowed? Yes, freedom of the press.
Blood?
Yeah, I have to agree with Scribe on that one. They should be allowed, but yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of official briefings that don't get televised normally, but they still are attended by journalists to report on them. So I don't have a problem with that.
Satsu?
I reluctantly agree because fuck journalists.
And yeah, Scribe's right. Exactly. If they want to be dicks about this when everybody else is covering and they're like, we're not going to do it because people are whining on Twitter, so be it. They still have the right to be there. So with that, guys, it's the end of the show. Don't forget to check out Bloodwing's channel. Scribbles, when is your thing tomorrow, your interview?
2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern over on Irate Prostate's channel.
All right. And right after this, we're going to be over on 2 Cents Plus. Come hang out, guys. I'd like to thank Bloodwing for joining us. Oh, hang on 1 second. Audience, thank you for coming. And thank you so very much for the donations. You guys are very generous, and I really, really do appreciate it. It's how I get my Miracle Whip and spray cheese. Bloodwing, thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Not a problem. Anytime.
Satsu, Scribbles, a pleasure as always.
Mhm.
Everybody, enjoy your Saturday. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.